Everybody, it's Desiree back with another Frame It Friday that I have collaborated with Paperkate here on YouTube. I am going to link her channel below in the description box, so make sure you go and check her out and see what she did for today using up her frames. So here is what I'm working on. I'm showing you some pictures that I've already framed, and basically what I wanted to do was I'm like, okay, I have very little of this Elle Studio collection, and I've never killed a kit before, so I'm going to use these frames. And I made sure I definitely used them. And so I only have 2 left. Yay! I can see the light. But yeah, I definitely wanted to use up these frames. And my original vision was I honestly thought I was going to have them vertical. I was like, okay, I already know I wanted to have it monochromatic, and I want them to go vertical down the layout. I kid you not, I messed around these things going vertical and going, okay, so where can I put the title? I'm thinking in my head, even though I didn't even know what the title was going to be at the time, like where could I have it? Could I have it on the side? I just didn't like the look of it. And then I thought to myself, well, how am I going to make it monochromatic? Am I going to have things just popping out on the side? So then I thought, well, okay, let's not do monochromatic. Let's kind of, I mean, not monochromatic. Let's not have it going down vertical. What if I flip it and have it going horizontal? So that's where you just saw how everything was kind of lined up in a horizontal line. And then I grabbed a 12 by 12, or not 12 by 12, a 6 by 6 paper. And I thought, all right, maybe I could do it this way. Messed with that for a while, did not like it. So then I thought, what if I do a grid? So that's when I came back to the package of frames, and that's what you see right here. Those are the only 2 I have left. And I thought, what if I do a 4th frame? And I thought, okay, so if I'm going to do a 4th frame, what am I going to put in it? Because these are the only pictures that I have. And I'll talk to you a little bit more about what the pictures are in a moment. So I thought, okay, I could put the title, I could put the journaling, but if I put the journaling, where's the title going to go, and so on. So there was that one, my dilemma. Plus, and then I started looking at the actual frames, and I just didn't like the colors that they were. The one that said, "That's my boy," was fine. However, I was like, well, my boy isn't even going to be in the picture. So I was like, let's scratch that. I don't need to use a 4th frame in order to make it a grid design. So once I thought, I was like, that's fine. And I realized that, then I moved on to my embellishments. So now, remember I said I wanted to do monochromatic. Surprisingly, you know how long I've been scrapbooking. I talk about it, often because I love talking about scrapbooking with you guys. But yeah, 17 years worth, and I don't have hardly any navy. I went through everything. I'm not kidding you. I went through everything. I was digging through every bit of stash that I had to try to come up with something other than aqua and pink, or the common colors that they use for most girl layouts. So then I finally found some Ziploc bags, or not found, like they've been lost, but I had this one box where I have a whole bunch of collections in Ziploc baggies. I pulled out all my boy collections and just started going through them. And I probably have maybe 6 or 7 collections on here. Most of them are going to be from the Elle Studio Cameron collection, but yeah, so right there's like Cartabella Rough and Tumble. That star is from Doodlebug Design, and those are the ones I'm going to go through. And then the ones on the teal frame, those, the pinking die, or not pinking die cut, was just something I had in a basket. I had this little basket from Crepe Paper, and basically anytime I do a layout, I throw all the little bits and pieces, if they're small, into them because I don't want to lose them, and if I throw them in a bag or something, they're bound to get lost. So I found that pinking die cut, and then I found a Studio Calico printable label, and then I go back to the sticker sheet and I find this word that says explore, and it's got the same colors, and I'm like, perfect, I'm loving this, this is what I'm going to do. And then I think right about now I decide to stick everything down. Yeah, because there's my adhesive. Okay, so now I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to go for this. I'm not going to think about this any longer. And sometimes I get that way where I'm just like, just stick it down, and then you're committed and you cannot change it. So that's what I'm doing. And sometimes that actually helps me better because I got this layout done in about 30 minutes. So Oh, another thing I wanted to talk to you about, I left the branding strip on the bottom. So all I did was cut the about a half an inch maybe up at the top, and it's enough to where the layout is still 12 by 12, and I kept the branding strip on the bottom. Now I watch Christina Sorge, another one of my favorite YouTubers here, and she did that just recently on a layout, and I loved it. I was like, I always thought it would look odd, but when I saw it actually done, like, I just never thought about it. I was like, oh no, you have to cut them off because it would look odd. She did it and it looked so cool. So I was like, okay, I have to do this. So I left the branding strip, and I really liked the look of it. So I just thought it was very different than anything I've done before. So thank you, Christina, for that tip. And yeah, so here I am adhering all of these little bits and pieces down. And then just to kind of give you a little background about this story. So we went to go visit my parents, and my kids have Razor scooters, and when my dad came out here and my mom, they were like, "Those are scooters?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And my dad goes, "I don't think they're safe." He swore up and down. He goes, "I don't like them. They don't look safe. I don't really want my grandkids on them." And I'm like, "Dad, they're fine. Everybody wears them, or rides them." And so when we went there, he's like, "I saved these since you and your sister were kids, and they're old scooters. Like, I think these are like their originals from back in the 80s. Yeah, so they were, everything was obviously original. And so my husband and I, we brought them back home because the kids were like, we want them. And my husband rebuilt them. And what he did was he sanded everything down. He put all new hardware on them, brakes, everything, new tires, same frames. But yeah, he and my son helped him rebuild it. And it was so cool just seeing something that was from my childhood being passed on, rebuilt and passed on to my kids. And so I wanted to document it, and so I took pictures of like when they painted it. And my son picked out his own colors, and then of course he went out on a ride for him, and he absolutely loves it. So yeah, so that's the story behind those photos. And then I'm now moving on to where I was like, okay, I need a little something more besides what you just see. But I don't really have any more Navy stuff to choose from, and I don't, I just didn't know what to do. I was like, I knew I don't have chipboard. What can I do to add more things? So enamel dots. There's always good go-tos right at the very end of a layout. So I picked out some colors that matched, and I found some navy. Those are from My Mind's Eye. And then those ones were from Doodlebug. I think they're from like the swimming pool or something like that is the name of those colors. And so I'm adhering them down. Now you're probably wondering, Desiree, why are you using tacky glue? I have found just recently that some of my enamel dots are not sticking. And it bugs me because I'm thinking, well, what's going to happen if this just happened from, 2 years from now, my layout? What's going to happen in another 2 years? So I'm really finding that I'm using either one, a lot of adhesive, or two, I'm using tacky glue where I can, as long as it doesn't mess up the photo, on a lot of my embellishments. So yeah, I just used some tacky glue and adhered those down. And so next I grabbed this basic gray sticker sheet, and it had a couple of orange stickers on it. I'm getting frustrated right now because I put it down, and then I'm like, I don't know if I really want it there, because then I'm going to have the top frame and the bottom frame, and they're both going to have stuff on the left-hand side. So I go to lift it up, and of course it rips and it sticks to my photo, and I get a little frustrated. But the good news is Be Gone takes care of everything, right? Isn't it called Be Gone? Or Gongu or something like that? And it removed all the adhesive. So my picture, you can't even tell. And I go with orange uh, embellishments because that frame at the top has a grid design and the lines in it are orange, so that's where I did the pops of orange. Now I kind of forgot that I even had the little EK Success. Oh no, I am using it. Okay, I thought I wasn't going to use it, but at first that's what I was doing. I was taking out all the embellishments that I thought I was going to use, and instead of removing the adhesive, so that way I could put them back on the sticker sheet, I put them down where the foam adhesive is. Because in the very beginning, I was removing the adhesive right away, and then of course now they're not sticking to the sticker sheet, and now I got to toss them into that bin and so forth. So that way I don't lose them. So I didn't want to do that again, and so I don't mind doing it with die cuts, but when it comes to stickers, I'd rather just kind of stick them with their collection. Unless I have like only 1 or 2 on the sticker sheet, which has yet to happen. I'm really hoping that I can get through this L Studio camera collection. That will be the very first collection ever since I started scrapbooking that I could say that I killed a kit or killed a collection. So I'm almost there, and I'm so excited. So anyways, here I am layering those orange embellishments, and I'm going to use some enamel dots like I did before. And that tab is from October Afternoon. Like I said, I used so many different brands, so many manufacturers. I think there was like about 6 of them. I also, whoops, sorry, that's my chair squeaking. I also used Sassafras, that orange star that you see. It was the only one that I could find, and it was on a Sassafras sticker sheet. So, you know, in one way, even though I feel like a hoarder and I don't have, I think, oh, I don't have certain colors, this is one reason why I don't throw anything away. Because one day I might find a home for it, and that Sassafras sticker, yes, I finally found a home for it. I have yet to use anything I got out of that surprise box. Okay, so here is my title, and I'm going to move that around in different places, but it ends up going to be right there where it says, where it's in the middle, and it's going to be Scooter Boy, and that boy is going to be changed out for the same exact font and of thickers that you see right now. I'm going to spare you though from having you guys watch me glue it all down because they did not stick at all in their package. In fact, I didn't even need to use that wax paper. I got them from TJ Maxx a long time ago, and when I bought them, they were pretty much, most of the package was most of the letters were at the bottom. But that's going to be the title. It's going to be Scooter Boy. And then it's going to, like I said, cut out here shortly. And but I am going to show you a close-up. And then I end up adding the journaling. So that way, tonight, that way you guys got the full view of what the actual grid layout looks like completed. Because I kind of just didn't like how I was leaving it blank. Because I didn't think I was going to have enough time to do the journaling. But I did. Alright guys, I really hope that you guys are enjoying this series with Paperkate and I. If you are, please give us a thumbs up. Be sure to check out her channel, and I really appreciate you guys for stopping by and watching. You all have an amazing night. Bye!